Wait a minute. Why are we playing that song? We got to play the original, the right song. We got to play the real woke up song. That should be in the past. I don't know why it's still up there as an option, to be honest with you. Got to correct that and fix it. But you're watching the afternoon woke up. It's afternoon, technically. Yeah, it's a little bit later than we'd like to begin, but we've begun. Hi, Chillmonger in the house.
What is going on? It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've been in here with you guys, but we both had time today, and we are here.
Yeah. We want to talk to you about Chadwick Boseman because the Walk of Fame is honoring him. This is how it's done. We wanted to talk about Sydney Sweeney because the Walk of Shame is honoring her, and this is not how it's done. I got a nuanced position on that one. I'm going to go second on that one. But Zachery, Levi, Frank Carrillo, they've been talking over there on the DC front. Man, it's so good to not just have Marvel making good things, popular things. DC is also making things, and we have content to cover on them too. This is the new age. It wasn't like that 4 years ago, but here we are. We're going to begin with, let's get political. Yeah. Play that debate.
I can't play it to you. I did send it to you, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my sound. Before Chill plays it, I'll just kind of... I've said many times, for those of you that have been here, I have said plenty of times before that... anyway, I've said plenty of times before that they are going to try, even though last night we talked about, and I have seen some of the people like Blue and Marcus were saying last night, I have seen some people, I guess, that are like us, people, well, I don't want to say that are like us, they're all like us.
Not like us.
People that are not in the public eye and things like that are, turning against him. The MAGA base is turning. There are even some Republican, it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene and some others that are turning against him. But I did say that there would be a small sect of them that would be like, hey, ha, 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 ha. Is pedophilia really that bad? I mean, it's not that bad, is it? I mean, so anyway, Dean Withers, who we all know, I feel like if you're in the political space, you know who Dean Withers is.
I know who he is, and he is a paid Democratic op, and he'll do everything against Trump, and he'll talk bad Republican stuff, but he'll never come at it from the left. He'll never criticize Kamala Harris for having the wrong position on genocide. Yeah, I know Dean Withers.
No, Dean does not do that. But Dean was doing his daily lives that he does where he debates different Trump supporters on why they support Trump. And I guess last night's debate was along the same lines. But he asked this viewer, I guess, asked him, why is pedophilia bad?
Are you asking me why it's wrong to rape children?
Yeah, I need you to tell me why it is wrong in your eyes
to rape children.
To do that. Yes. Do you need me to repeat it? Can you not hear me? Do you have too many cocks in your ears, or what's up? Why is it wrong? Is that too hard of a question? You can mute me with the background noise if you want. I'm ready to hear your answer.
I wish Dean took a stance. I actually want to know why he was afraid to answer.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
That pearl clutching is so beta. Why don't you actually answer the question?
It's actually happening. He's calling me a pearl clutcher for saying that child rape is wrong.
No, because I asked the question. Why are you?
I didn't think this one would happen. We see it often. They'll say that something's wrong, and then Trump will do it, and then they'll defend it. Did that with J6. Did that with the J6 pardons. Did that with the Medicaid cuts. Did that with the SNAP cuts. Just didn't think they'd do it with child rape.
Obfuscating. Let's just get to the fucking point, bro.
I just didn't think they'd do it with child rape. And now we're seriously at that point where Trump supporters are now saying that it's not wrong to rape children and asking why it is wrong to rape children. What?
The MAGA guy was asking for criteria. I guess he was gonna use it against him and be like, well, the Clinton family did it. And so like Dean didn't want to give the criteria. Dean Withers, I'm telling you guys, Democratic operative, if he were to say what was wrong with it, then he could be, those words could be used against him. That's how I see Dean Withers. I know you probably don't. That's not why you showed this. You're right. The MAGA maggots, they're all about to, there's nothing wrong over there. Let's defend it. Trump did it, so it's okay. I get that part of it, but my Dean Withers spidey sense tingled.
Yeah, my thing on this one, with, I don't fault. I do like Dean. I've always liked Dean. I don't fault Dean for not answering that, because again, like I've said, like I told you, we were watching it backstage. I wouldn't have had the patience. I probably, unlike Dean, would have blown up. Still not answering your question, but I would have blown up, because I'm not going to do the silly game with you going round and round on a live stream at our very grown ages, trying to explain to you what rape is. As I said, seek a therapist for that, talk to a rape victim for that. You can read a book for that. You can even Google that if you'd like. But to come on a live stream at your grown age, to ask me why rape, and you want me to articulate to you why rape is bad, I'm not playing that game with you. I'm sorry, not just why rape is bad, but why raping a child is bad. I'm not gonna entertain that. I'm not gonna entertain that. You know damn well why raping a child is bad. You know why rape is bad. But again, as I've said before, like Dean even just said, they normalized January 6th. They normalized the pardons. They normalized everything that he does. They've normalized these ICE raids. They've normalized tearing families apart. They've normalized starving families. They've normalized everything that we look at as with side eye and question. It's interesting. It's not interesting. It's not even jaw dropping, because my jaw didn't drop when I saw this. Even the next clip of Megyn Kelly, my jaw didn't drop with Megyn Kelly. It was more so of like, oh wow, like Dean said, because after we got off the stream last night, I saw Megan's, because I think she streams on Thursdays the same time Pantheon does. I always see clips of her on Thursdays the most. As soon as we got off the Pantheon, I saw her clip, and I didn't, again, no jaw drop, no shock. More so just like, wow, it's actually happening. They're actually trying to normalize pedophilia. It's pretty sick. So yeah, I get where Chill's coming from. But for me personally, I know obviously you guys know from watching us, the times that you have watched us, for the many years you've watched us either together on this or separate. Chill has much stronger patience than I have. I just would not be able to do that.
It's just a debate tactic to never never play the part. Because when someone asks you a question in these debates, it's like, they planned your answer and they have a retort. So he just didn't want to give the planned answers to that question. That's why Dean wasn't saying it. It is what it is. Did Dean cover Gavin Newsom talking to Van Lathan about AIPAC?
Now when I say I like Dean, I'm not subscribed or anything to Dean. I only see these things when it comes to Dean. If I'm scrolling on TikTok and I'm like dashing or something and he's live, I might listen to it, because it's all him and Parker do is, which is just, man, if my political knowledge, because I'm not obviously I'm not politically stupid, but I'm not politically knowledgeable like Dean and Parker are, if my political knowledge was like them, I'd sit up there and make money doing that shit all day too. All they do is just argue with Trump supporters all day. So if I'm scrolling, he's live, I might watch it.
He had a great 20v1 Jubilee. I mean, I saw the clips.
It was great. I watched that episode of him. I did watch. Parker's was good too. I think Parker's good. I like them both. I think they both stand their ground pretty well when it comes to their arguments.
So we can go to Sydney Sweeney right after that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Before you go to Sydney, do Megan. This is what Megan said last night. Then we'll get to Sydney because hers is interesting as well.
It's not playing. It's not sharing. My bad. Here it is. There it is.
Listen to this shit.
Which is a reminder. I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. But he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were. But
What are we saying?
Legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed. And that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn. Now they call it child sexual abuse material on his computer.
She said that like,
oh no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets.
That reminds me of the Smart Guy episode. Remember with the surfing thing?
Oh yes.
Oh, I was gonna pause it because she said something that made me think. I'm gonna rewind to that moment. Still, she said,
"Giving you facts that he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby." And
okay, so she said that that's what she knew for many years, right? For many years, I've known that. You mean it's only being said now? You had all this information. You waited till today or yesterday? That's interesting. Has she said that before? I don't watch every Megyn Kelly episode.
I don't watch her. I just see her clips like Dean's. And when I saw this one, I mean, okay, so, you know, the internet's going to do what the internet does. They found a clip of her, I guess, from 2018 talking to, I don't know who she was on stage with, but talking with someone where she was saying that, you know, a 14-year-old can't consent. A 17-year-old can't consent. There's no such thing as consent at these ages. Fast forward to 2025 last night. It seems to be honky-dory. It's not like he was going after an 8-year-old or a 5-year-old. He was going after the barely legal 15-year-olds. Not the 8-year-old. So chill out.
Just the kidnapped and trafficked 17-year-olds.
Yeah. So no need to get all angry. No need to be calling people pedophiles or anything like that, because it wasn't 8-year-olds. It wasn't 5-year-olds. It was 15-year-olds. Not that bad. I'm telling you, it's so crazy. And it just, when she was just sitting there, so when I saw it last night, I was just like, it's happening. And
even though she said, "Oh, you're like early in the video, I'm not trying to say da 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 da," but and she hits you with the da 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 da. It doesn't okay it. I think I see the mission. I see what they're trying to go for there.
Yeah, no, it doesn't okay it at all. It's anyway. That's the world that now are. I don't know. We'll have to wait to see as this Epstein thing progresses or whatever comes of it. If more people because I one of the things I did think about this last night when I'm watching the clip, I would have loved to have actually been in that live stream to not talk or anything, but to see the live chat. How many were in agreement with what she was saying last night? How many were like, yeah, you know what? It kind of reminds me of that Boondocks episode where Ruckus was saying, you know, you think about, you got 5 niggas' names in your head you hate right now if you just think about it. And then Tom was like, he's oh my God, he's right. He's like, I hate Kobe. I hate Jerome. So it's like, how many people were in the comments last night? But oh my God, she's absolutely right. It's not like they were 8; they were 15. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But hey, don't lose your morals, people. Don't lose your morals. Don't let them try to twist the media or twist minds, and to make this thing normal, that it's fine. Some of you have 15-year-old daughters, 15-year-old sisters, 15-year-old cousins. You have to think about, like I said, I've said this before, and this is the last thing I'm saying on it. Last thing, because I'm done. Then we can move to Sydney. Said this before. I think I don't know. Remember if it was when Josh and I were on with Chill, or Chill and I were on with Josh. But I watch, Gideon made his whole switch from prankster to now he's catching child predators, and then you've got Skeeter that catches child predators, and they all say the same stuff in those things. Oh, I didn't know, and she didn't look 15, and all that kind of stuff. It's happening. But yes, Miss Sweeney.
We're gonna take the opposite here, because I'm gonna be pro staying silent and not commenting, and then you might. I think you might have the opposite opinion. Let's go to the question on GQ.
We're sort of talking around this American Eagle ad right now, and maybe we should just talk about it. So, were you surprised by the reaction?
I did a Jean ad. I mean,
No. I did a Jean ad, JEAN. You know what I mean? Like, I respect that. That's how smart that is. How clever she's being right now. But I don't. That's the question. Like, did she really do a Jean ad or a Jean GENE ad?
Jean ad. I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was. I love jeans. All I wear are jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or tweeted socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment.
Wrong clip.
For anyone, and I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
Mm-hmm. We're sort of talking
that very apolitical answer. It was surreal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's the other part of it. I guess I'll wait for her to say the other part, and you can go first on your thoughts before I give my thoughts on Sydney.
Well, here's the other part.
the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
The criticism of
Now, my issue that I have to go second. I don't think what I have is a go first thing. I think I have to go second.
That's fine. I think, first of all, I've never been in the Sydney Sweeney camp. I've never been in the, oh my God, it's Sydney Sweeney. Make her this, make her that. Put her in this, put her in that.
Put her in
She's
my green
so
screen.
beautiful. She's so this, she's so that. I think Sydney Sweeney is a very average white woman. I don't think that she has these spectacular looks like everybody says that she does. And on top of not having those spectacular looks, she also doesn't have spectacular brains. To me, she fits very well the character of Cassie that she plays from Euphoria. Both of them have the brains of a crayon box. She's not intelligent, and I feel like for her to show her intelligence, she had the opportunity to clear the air from the whole entire Jean ad that the president so proudly stood behind her on. She had a chance here to separate herself. The interviewer gave her two opportunities here. You had two chances. She asked the question in two different ways for you to clear the air, and yet you decided to put the answer out that when I have something to say, I'll say it. No, sweetheart, you should have something to say. People are equating you to a white supremacist. And instead of clearing the air and debunking those rumors, you said, when I have something to say, I'll have something to say. And then on top of that, you reveled in the fact that Trump tweeted you. It was surreal that the president, that the white supremacist president, of course, we flocked together, birds of a feather. So she had the opportunity here to clear the air, and yet she didn't. She picked the dumb blonde bimbo role instead of let me stand up and actually say, no, I'm not with white supremacy. No, I understand where the whole gene thing may have come from because of Donald Trump's involvement, but I literally just did a gene ad. I was just taking a picture. I have nothing to do with the white supremacy stuff. You had that opportunity and you squandered that opportunity. That's why your fucking film just failed. Let's paint this picture, Sydney. You're going after, you're trying to appease a crowd while playing in a film that your new film that just failed as a lesbian boxer who's domestically abused, who's trying to follow her dreams. Let's pin that to MAGA and see how that fucking goes. You think they're gonna go watch a movie about a lesbian domestic abuse boxer who wants to live out her dream? That's why your film failed, because you don't understand that the audience that you're even trying to poach your fucking artistic views to. They don't give a shit about that. So no, fuck Sydney Sweeney. This is another one. I'm glad another one of her films failed, and I hope that her career continues to plummet.
Yeah, the cities that movie is playing in, or the towns, are not the ones that are MAGA country. It's called Christie, right? Christie released to 2,000 theaters. That's like half as many as big movies Minecraft have. It's showing in New York City, that just voted for Zoran Mamdani. You can see it in San Francisco, I'm sure. Movie theaters in Chicago, DC, but movie theaters in some small town Kentucky, they're not really coming for that. So she is, I don't know, she gets what she deserves. But I did think saying it's surreal wasn't. It could be interpreted as Trump people would say, yeah, it is surreal. That's God, Trump talking to me. It's surreal. But also you could interpret it as, oh yeah, it's surreal, bro. The president is talking to me. I'm not really giving like a red Republican answer. But the reason why, three things. Okay, before I forget my 3 things, I will, because I lose my trains of thoughts all the time. I think that Sydney Sweeney doesn't need to validate an accusation by answering a question. I think every accusation ridiculous, some ridiculous, some like this one isn't too ridiculous, because we've seen her since. I think every accusation, is validated when the person recognizes it, even if they're there to shoot it down. So I like that. Let me just keep my mouth shut. I won't play. But now I gotta turn the camera on the interviewer. Okay, interviewer is not an ally. The interviewer could have asked a more direct question with more wording. Not, hey man, since we're already talking about it, dude, how about you just like you want to address it? You want to address anything? The question should not be, do you want to address it? The question is, were you joking about genetics when you said gene in that commercial, or were you only talking about genes, Sydney? That, if she doesn't answer that question, if she dances around that, it's a direct. It's like yes, or it's an either or. When she doesn't answer that question, then I'm really mad at Sydney Sweeney, because you answered like the 2 other ones that were softballs also, right? You answered those, but you didn't say that, whether or not you were talking about genetics, genes, or blue jeans. Now I can really, I'd actually be really upset with Sydney Sweeney. The first time I saw the ad, I thought she was talking about like her breasts are large and that's genetic trait. Oh, I get it. Then other people were like, no, but like eugenics, right? And this whole gene stuff is what they believe in. White supremacists believe in. If you look at her history, she's taken certain photos, wearing certain clothings, certain circles. Sydney Sweeney may be on that. And like people were connecting dots, but it was still never damning. And I was always like, okay, like I was open to it. I think I lean towards F Sydney Sweeney. I know I do. I know she's of that ilk. I'd love to be wrong, but I'm gonna go with my gut right now. And I don't think she's not beautiful or good looking. I think she's exceptional. But if I see a movie starring Sydney Sweeney, I don't go gotta watch.
I don't think, and again, maybe this is because I've never been in the Sydney Sweeney camp. There's never been anything that she's done that has made me say, "Oh God, Sydney Sweeney's in this. Got to see it." In fact, her season 2 of Euphoria, she was insufferable as Cassie. Not her acting, but I feel she connects so well with Cassie because in real life she is Cassie. Maybe not as far as like maybe she might be a hoe. I don't know. She is Cassie. That's why I said that she has the brains of Cassie. I feel like she probably acts like Cassie outside of but yeah, I'm not that I was ever really a fan of her anyway, but this I was just like, oh yeah, she gave you the opportunity to say I denounce white supremacy, and you said, when I have something to say, I'll say it. Yeah, bitch, that would be now.
Yeah.
So
it would have been really easy.
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney. What's that movie called? Katie? Christy. Oh, yeah. Christy. But she gave the typical PR answer. As long as Christy is about surviving abuse, as long as we are reaching someone and it's touching someone, our job is done. Yeah, okay. That's a great PR answer, but we all know you're not just because she said that art is we're making art. Yeah, okay. You're not doing it for free. You want to get paid.
Who is Black Bear? I've never heard of this distributor. Black Bear.
I've never heard of it either.
But it grossed $1 million. It grossed $1 million as of Thursday. It grossed $65,000 last Thursday. I don't think it'll be in the movie theaters very long, guys. It's at the end of its run.
We're talking Christy or Black?
Christy.
Black Bear is the distributor.
Is this the right movie? Maybe I got the wrong movie. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not. That's not her on the picture.
I don't know if that's it.
It's not called Christy. What am I? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to the dailies. I thought it was called Christy. It's called. What? Where is it?
Probably not even on there.
Huh.
What did you think of the hell is this telling me to do that for? What did you think of Pat Beverly, Jason Williams?
Oh, they're talking about Klay Thompson, and they made a comment about Meg. Yeah, that's out of line. You should know not to talk about love life or partners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you see Patrick Beverly get arrested like a few hours ago?
No, I see he's trending.
Yeah, he's trending. Apparently, he was arrested. Someone in the household, a family member, had issues with the breathing airway. That was what the report is. Now, I don't know. Could be lies. Could be the truth. Who knows? But like on the after the Jonathan Majors story, I don't look at these and go and take them as fact. Like Jonathan Majors dialed 911 for his ex, and then the cops were like, "Hey, say he choked you. We can get you on restraint, strangulation." So I don't know. I just don't want to give that on Pat Beverly right now. Let's wait.
I've never been a Pat Bev fan. Man, I guess that's two people in a row, Sydney and now Pat. Never been a Pat Beverly fan. I think Pat Beverly is a dirty basketball player. I think that also I was watching a video of him. I only saw again, I didn't know Pat Beverly had a podcast. I only saw this video because of the clip of him and Jason Williams talking about Meg Thee Stallion, the way that they were talking about her and Klay. After that, it played a clip of him and Trae Young. I guess he had an issue with something Trae Young said. It doesn't matter. But he was saying some stuff in there like just the way Pat Beverly was talking. I think he thinks that he's like on the level of I think I'm not gonna say he thinks he's like on the level of KD, but I think he thinks he's like a superstar like them. I think he thinks like he's like on that kind of like that star. I think he thinks he has that star power, and I don't know who needs to tell him that, but he doesn't. He absolutely does not. I could see Patrick Beverly at champs in the mall and probably wouldn't dawn on me till I'm in the car. Was that Patrick Beverly? So it's not. I don't. That's just for me. Yeah, but the stuff he said about Clay and Meg, I'm like, is very disrespectful. But then Clay coming back talking about not coming back when he said he was out of his prime to make them even get on that conversation. Come on, Clay.
Clay, he can't tell the truth and say he's out of his prime. Year 13.
Is he?
What year is he on?
What year is Clay on?
He's old. He's past.
Yeah, but I mean, let's look at. I don't want to turn into sports talk, but Clay,
yeah, you're right. Let's not do
Clay. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Let's just do the super. Yeah. So I am too fly cam here comes in with the $2, says there's no such thing as apolitical in America right now. You think that every movie and every answer and everything has to be political? Maybe if apolitical is the wrong word that I use, then I should say it could be interpreted without being politically cheerleading for Donald Trump. When you say something like, yeah, the president has been talking about you, it's surreal, Thank you. Next, we go Zachery Levi or Chadwick Boseman or Frank Grillo. Who you like more?
Let's go for the third person I don't like. Let's go Zachery Levi.
Let's jump over to Zach Tax. And Zachery Levi wants to return to the DCU. Now, he's got a movie coming out. It's out right now. Sarah's Oil. We reacted to that trailer. It looked good representation with that young character who inherits the deed to the oil rig. Is that how it goes? It was in your neck of the woods, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sarah's family were slaves here. She struck oil as part of the land allotment. She was awarded that land had oil. She became like a millionaire at 13.
That movie, sick movie. He's an actor there. So he says that Zachery Levi still hasn't given up on the idea of returning to the big screen as Shazam, but he'd also be open to playing a different DC Comics character. Basically, he's doing what every actor does who's been a superhero. While they're promoting their indie movie, their low budget movie, their small movie, they go, how do I get press and coverage right now? How do I get attention on me? I talk about the character I played. So he talks about Shazam. He says Zachery Levi has not had the easiest time of things in Hollywood over the past while, and has admitted that he pretty much committed career suicide by sharing his anti-vax views and endorsing Donald Trump for president of the United States. Levi played the titular superhero in Shazam and Fury of the Gods. And while the first movie was very successful, a lot of people seem to grow a little tired of the character's antics in the sequel. The movie was a bomb, and James Gunn's Safran took over as co-heads at the new DC studios. The chances of Levi ever returning to the role seem to go from slim to none. Timeout. At Fury of the Gods, James Gunn's wife, what was her name? Amelia Everhart is her name? She showed up and she was like, hey, yo, join the team. So maybe Shazam was going to be part of the Justice Gang. Maybe. But they didn't change their minds. So the quote goes, the audience score is still quite good, but the critic score was, I don't know, very oddly and perplexingly low. And people were insanely unkind. Levi has previously said of the reception, listen, I've been a part of things, and as much as I wish that they were good, I know that they're okay. I know they missed a lot. I'm not saying Shazam is some perfect Orson Welles masterpiece, but it's a good darn movie. I don't know what the future holds because Fury of the Gods was not well received. I have no idea where we're going from here. You feel any pity for old Zachery Levi there?
Absolutely not. I don't feel pity. No, absolutely not. I don't feel pity for these people that Especially, it's not just your anti-vax. For me, it wasn't the anti-vax thing that really put it was the Trump supporting that put the nail in the coffin for him and his career for a lot of people. But in the anti-vax thing, obviously, was a big one for a lot of people too. But not for me. It was the Trump thing for me. But also his portrayal of Shazam is possum spit. I wouldn't want him as Shazam in this universe or the next. There's no way that, that's why if you even go back to the closet display that of the DC timeline that James Gunn gave 4 years ago on that green screen, he even said, yeah, well, Shazam he fits in some way, because they knew they didn't want that shit. And he said Fury of the Gods, they were unkind in the comments. Brother, have you seen Fury of the Gods? There was a reason everybody was unkind.
Wasn't terrible. Wasn't a bad movie to me. I think
the first Shazam, although I still think that one is not good, was the best of the trilogy. The first one.
Did you see a third Shazam? I don't remember.
Wait, isn't there 3 of them?
It was a good animated movie though.
Wait, there's not 3 Shazams? I thought he had the one and then whatever the second one was, and the one with Helen Mirren.
The Helen Mirren was the second one.
Oh shit!
That's how long it was, eh?
I guess so. Fuck. Well, that first one is the only good one. Yeah, that first one is the only good.
They jam-packed it with so many villains, you thought there were 2 movies. Yes.
I thought so. Yeah. Zachery Levi, and he's not, like I said, he's not good, is he?
So there's an answer to the question about playing Shazam during this interview. What website am I on? I'm on the YouTube channel Feature First.
Question is to Zach. Going away from this for a second, something lighter. Zach, do you at all want to be involved in James Gunn's new DCU?
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, I love playing Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the most fun experiences. I grew up watching Christopher Reeve's Superman and Tom Hanks in Big, and I got to be both in one role.
Yeah.
And he's such a fun role. I loved my Shazamly, as we affectionately call it. Every one of those actors, young and old. We really shared an awesome experience over 2 films. So yeah, I mean, James and the powers that be said, hey, we would love to bring you back as Shazam, or if there was some other DC character. I love comic books. I've been reading them since I was a kid, and so long as it was something that was, like really worthy, like a character or a story is like, oh wow, that's new or that's different, or that hasn't, that's a flavor that we haven't really seen yet before.
He just wants to.
There are so many superhero movies at this point, and so you just want to. That's one of the things I loved about Shazam, is that it was very specifically different than most other superheroes.
Stop the cap.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Great,
bullshit.
that's all I have for you.
Bullshit. And I'm saying all that because, again, he came out as the Trump supporter. So as I've said many times when we talk about Trump, it's not just your vote. It's not your political view as the reason why people are side-eyeing you. It's the fact that you are still supporting him because your morals and viewpoints align with his moral and viewpoints. Does he not know that his Shazamly are all different people of color? So if I'm Megan Good, or I'm the Asian dude from 13 Reasons Why, or some of the others that are coming on, I'm thinking to myself as Megan Good, I've seen, Zachery Levi also supported Charlie Kirk. So do you think that I don't have the brains, cognizance of to do X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah? Do you think I have the brains to even read this script, Zachery? Like, no, bro. No. Bye. Stop the cat because you don't care about you. No, stop.
Feels like being two-sided with the Democrats right now. Yeah, that'll get you hate. Siding with the Republicans, that's going to get you hate too. And tickets won't sell.
Yeah.
Pretty polarizing.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Yeah. I go where I want. Good. Play if you want. Let's do it. I'm a young CEO. Sure.
Yeah. I'm Too Fly says, Levi, get that meme of Mr. Krabs. How do we tell him?
That's one of my favorite memes. And that, first of all, SpongeBob itself was just iconically hilarious. But that's a funny one.
Yeah, my favorite SpongeBob moment, the Krusty Krab, it came out of nowhere. That just
Man,
voice, that was funny.
You know, I was that was one of the that wasn't the first episode. I think it was one of the first episodes. I know it was in the first season. I don't know why it's burned in my memory, but my mom, growing up, she owned a. I think I told you this. She converted. She had the daycare, and I remember specifically 1999 sitting watching that episode after school, and it was the Krusty Krab pizza episode. Yeah, SpongeBob's been around a long time. I hate what they've done with him. I hate it. This new animation style, I hate it so much. So I refuse to support it. But SpongeBob is classic, man. One of my favorite episodes. Like, there's so many favorites, but one of my favorite episodes is the episode where Squidward's going against Squilliam for the Battle of the Bands, and they perform at some halftime show, and that shit is just iconic. Great SpongeBob shit.
Yeah, I love that one. Mr. Krabs is a great character. His daughter, what's the whale name?
Pearl.
Pearl. Mr. Krabs is the best, though. $1 million.
Mr.
Plankton,
Krabs.
that's the smelly smell that smells smelly.
Mr. Krabs was good.
Mr.
The episode where they were cussing.
Yeah. The 7 curse words that you can't say.
Yeah.
And like not Mr. but Squidward. Squidward is like that. You need like a stone-faced kind of guy sometimes, right? Just so that the funny parts
are
are
the
better.
best characters too. One of the best characters too. The episode where Mr. Krabs took them on that hunt for the treasure based off of the Flying Dutchman board game. And when Patrick and SpongeBob realized, it's just funny.
I'm Squidward. Yo, one time I remember that SpongeBob was watching something on TV. I think it was like snails or something, and then and he changed the channel. Like, basically, they're trying to implicate that he was watching some adult humor. Patrick was a dumbass. That was a great character. Why are you mad? I can't see my forehead.
Oh shit! That's just funny when his parents came, and he said, "Marty, who are you people?" Or when he said, or when they told Mr. Krabs, when Patrick told Mr. Krabs, he said, "East? I thought you said Weast." He said, "Weast."
Sweet.
Oh shit! That shit is funny.
And then the songs too were all good. The campfire song, the SpongeBob movie. Remember that one with David Hasselhoff?
Yes,
that was cool. Yes. I saw that one in movie theaters.
I saw that in theaters. Yes, the ending. The ending. It's like the humor. I don't know. I've always understood humor like that, even as a kid. But like the humor. When SpongeBob is giving that speech at the end of the movie, he's like, "I made it to Shell City. I rode the Hasselhoff," and like he's got the microphone, and Plankton's telling him to calm down, and like all the smoke starts to come around him. He's like, but you know, we the extras aren't supposed to notice that shit, but Plankton's like, "What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
This shit is so funny. That shit is so funny. Funny as fuck. I haven't seen it.
Paul. Tickets didn't sell well for Captain America Brave New World either. Is there politics behind that too? Yeah. When Anthony Mackie was like in Italy and he did the interview where he said like, "Yo, you don't have to be American." One of the values he stands for isn't just America. Yeah, like a political answer that pissed off people there. Maybe people just aren't interested in a female boxer movie, or sports movies don't hit anymore. Not everything is political. Sometimes things just aren't interesting. I guess you're right there.
Could be. It's mighty interesting though that again, when you look online, and especially on TikTok, when you're looking on TikTok and she's trending, and you click on her name to see, oh, why is she trending? And it's scroll of stitch videos of people just congratulating her on a failed video, and then going into the examples of why it failed. There were so many people on TikTok saying this was your opportunity to denounce white supremacy, and you chose not to. So yeah, on one hand, you can say not everything is political, but on the other hand, you could say it might be a bit of political.
It was a political question. We got political. We were there. And there was like 3 questions that were in this realm of the jeans ad. And the third one was, would you like to address it? And she said no. And she was like, she said, when there's something that I have to say, then I'm going to go and say it. All right, cool. I can read between the lines. I'm entitled to believe what I believe. I'm Two Fly says, SpongeBob told Squidward, that's 2 things in the house that don't work. Nah! You know what I liked? When the Super Bowl happened like 3 years ago, and it was on CBS, and they own Nickelodeon. They had like an alternate broadcast with SpongeBob. It was unique. I saw lots of clips.
There were kids, I had my mom was I grew up in an all black church until we separated from that. I've said many times, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to get, because I, again, grew up in all black church. I wasn't the only kid. I was a lot of us. I mean, I was in the kids choir, we had the kids, all types of stuff. So we all still know each other. We all still talk and
you guys
things
gonna
like that.
Team back up and you're going to sing Joyful, Joyful?
Oh God, no. But I have talked to them about, because they know I have a YouTube channel. How would you guys feel if I got you guys all together and we did a big video of what it was like growing up in a black church? Because we all have different stories, trauma stories. So it's like, it's not, yeah. So I've wanted to, anyway, growing up in the black church I grew up in and things like that, it was brainwashed. A lot of our parents were brainwashed. I wasn't, so my parents weren't so strict where I couldn't watch SpongeBob, but there were a lot of kids that could not watch SpongeBob or things.
I get the Harry Potter one, but
yeah,
SpongeBob?
I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know about SpongeBob. I couldn't watch Harry Potter. Harry Potter's one I didn't watch until well into, like, I don't know. I think I watched Harry Potter the first time at 17, 18 when I saw Harry Potter for the very first time.
Okay. Well, all it takes is one parent
to watch Cow and Chicken.
All it takes is one parent to say, "Oh, this is in Harry Potter. It's got ghosts. We don't play that."
Yeah. The witchcraft was the thing for my mother. But yeah, she's broken from that. She's been stopped drinking the Kool-Aid. And that's not, when I say that, that's not to say that because I see John said black churches with the emoji there. I loved my church family. I'm not saying that we weren't taught, because we were taught the word. It wasn't what we were taught. It was how we were taught. Not to go into examples here, but when I say I wanted to get us all together to give different accounts of what we just went through, one thing that I can give my thing that I went through, I laughed during Vacation Bible School, and during the entirety of that day of Vacation Bible School, they locked me in the pantry because I laughed during class. That's just one example that I can give you of one of my traumas. But we all have different stories that we could give. So it's not to say that, or we weren't taught, but it was just how we were taught. It was the things we went through and things like that. So, yeah.
But like that would be the subject. It wouldn't have anything to do with films and entertainment. It would just be our experiences in school.
No, just what the growing up in black church, what it
church,
was.
I mean,
yeah, just what it was. But we all went to the same church, so it would be like sharing. Like, we know the people. Well, we wouldn't use their real names, obviously, but we know the people that, like, our choir director. I was one of the. I'm not saying this to like, oh, I was on the praise team. I was one of the lead singers in the choir and things like that. So was my brother. And after choir rehearsal one time, I don't remember what happened to get us to that point, but I remember she had come up on stage, grabbed me, had a hanger, and said that she was going to beat me with that hanger. And there were several different things that happened that it's like,
Isn't that a reflection of the people there and not the religion?
Oh no, definitely not the religion. I'm not saying the Christian. I'm still a follower. I'm not saying that. It is.
Oh, you don't want to come over to Islam, no?
No, it is definitely the people. It was definitely the people. It was, but I don't know, man. Black churches are different. It's not. I'm not saying that it was bad. It was just like they were teaching us how they were taught. It was trauma casting trauma.
Yes, and I remember reading something or watching a podcast. It wasn't reading. I'm trying to sound smart. I was reading something, but I was listening to someone say how the practice of beating or physical discipline on children, that's something from slavery, which has transferred over and transferred over. And even the religion of Christianity in West Africa wasn't as prominent. I'm not saying no one was Christian, but like it wasn't the most practiced thing on. So even that religion was implemented on you former West Africans. Is that right to say former West Africans? I don't know. I'm not trying to be offensive.
On our ancestors.
Yeah, there you go. Your ancestors.
Yeah. No, it was trauma passing trauma, we didn't know any better then, obviously as kids, we thought things, said things amongst ourselves or whatever. But
So you would you rather be called an African American or a former West African?
I'm an African American.
Okay. Evening. Hello. My belief is spiritually is what the focus should be. I did get a lot of that out of Black church, and there is demonic influence in media film. There is. I'm not a fan of some of the politics of it.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing too, the politics. I feel like if you grew up in a Black church, you do understand that, the politics of most of the time, the family that if their father was let me speak for my church, like it was their father, the family that was the family of the church, their father was the founding pastor of the church and things like that. But see, one thing that I don't want to get into all that stuff. Like my grandmother was also, my mom's mom was one of the founding members of Community as well. She was the organist of the church that's why we went to the church. But so yeah, if you weren't one of the families or one of the select few people, you got treated differently.
Sounds like you stepped out of line, Darius.
Not at all. Darius definitely still had I was a smart ass mouth, but at the same time, I remember that day specifically. I think that was the day where I officially stopped drinking the Kool-Aid, when she grabbed me with that hanger, because I even with the hanger in my face, I was still talking back. My parents were out of town, and my brother, I remember, was like kind of in shock, like, oh my God, because me and my brother would go home and talk about like, ooh, I would say this, and he was like, oh my God, he's saying the things that we say we would say. Because when we got in the car from our person that was watching us to pick us up, he was like, oh my God, he's like, Darius, I cannot believe you da. He was like, Mama's gonna beat. So all this stuff, but yeah, like that's the day I stopped drinking Kool-Aid, because I remember I was not in the choir anymore after that. I quit. Yeah, my mom allowed me to quit, but obviously, yeah, it was just a bunch of different stuff.
Well, you know what your mom wouldn't allow you to watch? The Devil Wears Prada. And here's the trailer for episode 2. Whose feet is it? Is it Anne Hathaway's character, Emily Blunt?
That's Miranda.
Miranda? Took you long enough.
Hey man, it took this long, but what a great movie the first was. Culturally relevant. Sequels are in. Devil Wears Prada 2. I hope they didn't rush the script or anything. I hope they just like it took this long. You know, they've been trying to crack the code for this movie and now they perfected it. I hope it wasn't just a rushed thing.
Yeah. I love that first one. So I'm hoping they really bring it. I thought the there was like a concept or a synopsis of the film that had come out. It was they're both fashion. Obviously, Miranda is a fashion designer, but I think that she is down on, like, she hasn't been having as many hits as she normally had, or something like that. And Anne Hathaway's character is, and she's higher up now, getting more attention. So she's coming. I think she went to her character in need of help to help rejuvenate her career, or something like that.
Well, here's an article of everything we know so far coming out of People magazine. And they tell us get rid of this Black Friday. There we go. It's gone. So let's get out your florals. Devil Wore Prada is coming next spring, a sequel to the 2006 film. Blah 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 blah. The original film. Blah 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 blah. 326. Here's what we know so far. According to Variety, the sequel follows Priestley as she navigates her career amid the decline of traditional magazine publishing. Yeah. And as she faces off against a blunt character, now a high-powered executive for a luxury group with advertising dollars that Priestley desperately needs. Okay. That explains why Emily Blunt's character, she wasn't at the elevator, you know? So that's good. The movie could also incorporate plot points of the book sequel, Revenge Wears Prada, The Devil Returns, which was released in 2013. The novel takes place nearly a decade after the original and sees Andy and Emily come together as top magazine editors when Miranda comes sneaking back into Andy's life. Perfect. The book sequel came in 2013, so after the movie, they go, if I write another book, they'll make another movie. Smart.
And then I think Devil Wears Prada also had gained. I mean, it was successful, I think, when it was in theaters and things like that. But I think it was one of those movies too that gained a big cult following after.
Yep. I first watched it on streaming.
Yeah, I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it on streaming.
I didn't see it on TV on reruns, but I had a streaming service at Disney Plus, and I watched it and I said, "Oh, what a great movie that this was." And yeah. I'm not alone. There's lots of people, and Disney do have their streaming data. They know Moana was a hot movie. They made a Moana 2, and guess what? Look how much money they made with the Moana 2 movie. That was $1 billion movie. So it's tried and true. If the Disney Plus streams of The Devil Wears Prada were so high, they warranted paying Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep and everyone the money that they are going to pay them for this movie. That budget for the old one, I'm sure it was 50 million maybe. The budget for this movie, over 100. You're going to get your returns.
And you got the fabulous, very talented, legendary Meryl Streep.
I thought you were going to say Anne Hathaway. Okay, Meryl Streep too, yeah.
Anne Hathaway too. The image of her, not to even just segue, but the image of her, they put out those images from the Odyssey. She just this movie is going to be so good.
This is going to be her third Nolan film because she was Interstellar and Catwoman in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. Yeah. And just the image that image of her was great. Great. Who's she playing? Is she one of the goddesses, or is she?
You talking about Anne Hathaway or her character?
Her character.
Yeah. I love me some Anne Hathaway, so respect to her.
I like her too.
And her career has only gotten hotter and hotter and bigger since that 2006 movie. So there's more reason to do Devil Wears Prada too.
Oh yeah, like I said, the cult following that the Devil Wears Prada has. Yeah, people are going to flock to see it. I'll be there.
I'm straight as can be, but I'll be there opening weekend with my lady for Prada.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll for sure be there. It's a great one. I heard the boyfriend is not in this though.
No, it didn't say he was in it. Oh,
so maybe she got big and he couldn't handle it because he already didn't like how much time she was spending with Miranda. So if she's
bro, you know how they got the diversity requirements and stuff? The movie was too white for 2025, and they said, let's just get a black husband for the main character.
You think they got our
Yaya Abdul-Mateen? They got her Lakeith Stanfield. Get ready for that controversy, baby. What was wrong with the old relationship? We liked it. It proved that men could be and you could, and now they just crapped on everything. That's what they're gonna say.
They better get ready. He ain't in it.
Tartar sauce.
Ain't in it. But I'm ready to see this one. I'm a big Meryl Streep fan. I like her a lot.
Super chat.
Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime.
Take your money. Thank you, I am too fly. Can y'all react to the ST11 training scene? What does that mean? ST11.
I'm not sure. I got asked a question earlier when we were talking about sports. About,
Stranger Things 11.
About the Warriors and having, if they I forgot what the question was. If they traded, what was the question? Yeah, you said Darius. What if the Warriors trade JK and Pods? Yeah, get Pods, sit Pods the fuck down. And got Anthony Davis and Clay back to the Warriors. You think? I don't think. First of all, I don't want accident-prone, hurt every other minute Anthony Davis. I also don't want Clay back. You know, as hard as it was for me to even say goodbye to Clay, Clay needed to go. Clay hasn't been the same since the injury. That's what I was going to say earlier when we were talking about him. Hasn't been the same since the injury. What I wanted back, damn it, was KD. That's who I wanted back. I wanted KD back. But because of the
number 23,
yeah, that stuff that went on between those two and all that kind of stuff, I know. Okay, and he talked about it in the Starting Five Netflix special. He said he didn't want to mess up what they had going on over there, or whatever the fuck. He said coming in the middle of the season like that and not messing up what they got. You know, like I said, as much as I hate to admit it, we're done. The Warriors, our reign, we haven't had our last. Steph's last ring, unfortunately, was his last ring. They're not getting one with Jimmy. I'm looking at it, and it's early. It's the regular season. I do this a lot. We could get to the middle of the season. Playoffs is always a different season. Plus, we have to make it to the playoffs first. But we're playing like real dog shit right now. Steph has a good night, and then they want to all talk about, oh, Steph went off. Okay, yeah, but the other night we just got beat by Minnesota or Sacramento. We got beat by Minnesota. I mean, we're getting beat by. We're not to say that these are slouch teams, but we're not playing good at all. We're not playing good. I think the game that they got smoked by OKC, it's frustrating to watch. And yes, I know the season just started, but it's still frustrating. I feel like Cooper Flag. I'm not used to losing like this, so I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not fun. It's not fun. Meanwhile, you got OKC over here can't lose a damn game.
Do what I did. I just switched sports. I like the Blue Jays now. That's what you got to do. You got to find a hockey team or something else in that you like. Go.
Today we're looking at Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear.
No, we're not.
Wow.
Skip.
These wavy edges tear
So screen. Link your RBC debit.
Yeah, these are not children anymore. She looks like a grown ass woman out there. So fucking can't wait for this. I'm so ready for this. So ready. I will be there in the theater as well for the finale. I just need to know when these tickets are dropping so I can make sure I get mine.
I love that idea. I hope it's not on a Friday. Please make your finale. You know, the movie theaters, they got movies on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But when it comes to the TV show, make that a Thursday attraction, a Wednesday attraction, something else just to help them out.
Yeah, the whole finale in the theater thing. It's a good idea. So
yeah,
I'll be there.
I've seen movie theaters do like church services because it's just great. You know, got these big seats, you got a little TV, do presentations. I've seen because there's a university downtown Toronto, and they've used it for like lectures and like it's basically a classroom and they would rent it out. And I thought like that's genius also to use the movie theater for like school. You gotta be innovative and creative, like with what you use your space for. It can't just always be movies and popcorn. There's like a hallway where people go from. Is it a hallway? Well, a foyer, a lobby area in your movie theaters. How do you make that an attraction? Think smart, think hard. Like really, don't just rely on. Oh well, the studios gave us a bad movie, and that's why we're not really succeeding. Do something different, bro. Sorry about that. Just mad at movie theaters, but I like the Stranger Things idea. Cinemas will put it on weekdays, I reckon. Boosting up their quieter days is smart business. Definitely watching the finale in a theater. You just don't want to be next to someone who's like a clapper who laughs. I hate those guys. Are you one of those guys?
No.
Yeah.
I sit in the we always sit in the same row. I always make sure I try to get that same row. It's in the IMAX theater. You sit on the side wall where there's only 4 seats. So I sit literally in the row with the people I came with. So there's no one next to me that I didn't come with. So I'm not annoyed by or the clapping or your child that shouldn't be there crying or some of the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I guess the next thing to share is not the Michael biopic teaser, which I did not see yet, but the Toy Story one, because Toy Story is by Disney and Disney don't ding us for reacting, and we like them for that.
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
Oh, thank you. Hi there, I'm Lily Pad. Let's play.
Brilliant idea to me. Brilliant. I mean, obviously I guess iPads were during Toy Story 4, you know, they were a thing taking over. Kids had them, but I think it's way more of the age now of the iPad, so they couldn't really do that story concept then. But I think this works. I think it works. I don't know that, again, I agree with what Marcus said. This doesn't need to become the Fast franchise where we are on Toy Story 11 and it's like fighting our way back to Andy. And then it's like, I don't know, they end up on Andy's porch and he's like, hey, these are my toys from when I was a kid. And he passed them down to his kid. And then now we're on Toy Story 12 with Andy and his kid. And so I don't think it needs to get to that point. I still say 3 was the perfect ending but I like this story concept with the lily pad.
Fast made $700 million. And yeah, I had a huge budget, and yeah, this wasn't enough money, but there's an audience for Fast, and I will not listen to you and Marcus for 2 days in a row now take shots at my favorite franchise, Dominic Toretto and the family.
Weren't they supposed to be going to like space in one of them?
There was duct tape, which helped the mission. Yeah, they went to space.
They did go to space.
There was a couple of characters in space for a few minutes.
Wow.
They had to get the satellite to triangulate God's eye.
I tell you, something convoluted. Yeah, the last one I watched was Paul Walker's. That was the last one I watched.
Just like Toy Story 3, a great ending, you know, a fitting conclusion. You could probably rest there, but no, you have to find out that Dom had a brother, Jacob, John Cena's character.
What's the one with Ronda Rousey? That's Fast 7.
7.
Okay. So that is the last one I watched. Yeah, that's the last one. I think I tried to watch the one where Dom like turned on everybody. I think I tried to watch that one, but at the very beginning they were doing, let's not forget, this started as a racing franchise. These motherfuckers were just racing in the streets. Now they're in Egypt and shit. And fucking. Oh yeah. So
you would hate Hobbs and Shaw.
I specifically didn't watch that one. I think that was around the time I checked. I was like, no, why do they even have one? Yeah, so no.
I recently watched Hobbs and Shaw. Spoilers, everyone. At the ending, that voice that talks to The Rock, that's Jason Momoa's character Dante. And it all ties in to Fast X. It was great.
Oh, God.
Really sucks Paul Walker was dating 16-year-olds.
What? Don't know that one.
Know this. Ant-Man says, just to show that all Disney only cares about the money, Bill, even if they have to ruin their iconic film franchise. Oh, back to Toy Story, right? Oh, so let me ask the chat then. Toy Story is going to 5. Are you accepting of it, or do you not accept it? So put a 1 if you're like, yeah, Toy Story 5, bring it on. Put a 2 for, nah, this is the wrong thing. The franchise is making mistakes. You don't approve of a 5th Toy Story. I'm not even talking about the lily pad plot. I just mean, do you approve of a 5th, or do you think this should be over? If you think it should be over, hit me with a 2. If you think, yeah, bring on number 5, hit me with a 1. I gotta wait now because it's a 7-second lag to see the response to that. I'm always open to franchises continuing and never ending, right? So even like, could you imagine if they made a Toy Story movie that didn't have Woody, Buzz, or any of them, and it was just other toys on the house next door, and we just, happen to take place in the same world? That'd be cool too. Ant-Man rejects it. John accepts it. I never even saw 4. I won't see this.
4 is awful. I don't like 4 at all.
Never watched one in my life. Oh.
What? You've never seen not one of the Toy Stories?
Maybe he's not stamina from your picture. You should be at one of the ages, to be a Toy Story fan at that age.
You should check out Toy Story.
Watch the first 3.
It's great. Yeah.
3 is not going to hit because you didn't have years and years and years with Woody and Buzz. Because 3, ooh, that one.
3's great.
Yeah.
3 is great. Great villain. Great idea. Just great.
I will watch Toy Story 20 with Andy's grandkids. That's what I mean. That's me. Same people. Me, Johnny. I never watched one either. 1 is my favorite.
What? Yeah. What is this going? What is going on?
Never why are there 2 of them in our chat? Is there anyone else who wants to out themselves who didn't watch Toy Story? Then what movies are you watching if you don't see Toy Story?
Toy Story?
You're allowed to not watch a movie here and there, but like Toy Story is kind of must watch.
I feel like that's a classic. Like we all kind of grew up on that one.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone's seen Iron Man. Everyone's seen Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story is one of their best.
Everybody saw Rocky. Everyone sees Toy Story. It's like required viewing. Everyone knows that these are the ones. It isn't much watch, nor is Iron Man. Cole, give me a must watch. You're gonna say Gone with the Wind. I know you. What's a must watch movie?
Toy Story isn't a must watch.
That's what it was just said. Yeah.
Oh, I disagree. When it comes to animated films, Toy Story is a must.
Some people just want attention today. I never watched Rocky. He's got a Running Man review on his channel. You guys can watch Perp or just ignore him because you never watched Rocky? Huh? Rocky Balboa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? No? For animated movies or for live action? Yeah, give me an animated must-watch movie. Little Mermaid, Shrek. Like, there are some must-watches.
Let's see. I mean, we can just go down to Disney catalog here.
Yeah.
Lion King is a must-watch.
Lion King. Easy. Number one animated must-watch. Not Finding Nemo, not Frozen. Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. I just watched Mulan the other night. I mean, man, animation is great.
Friday is a must-watch.
Friday is a must-watch.
Lion King and Spirited Away. Which one was Spirited Away?
I don't know Spirited Away. I know Spirit with the horse.
Spirited Away, a 2001 film, fantasy adventure. I think it's one of those Studio Ghibli's.
Nope.
I got you. Let me react to this trailer.
The cottage felt like something.
What trailer is this?
Spirited Away on Crunchyroll, Australia. Studio Nightmares. That face there?
It's to me now.
Ugh. Ugh. You know what? Good stuff. I'm from Philly. I grew up on Rocky. Toy Story is more of a must-watch than Lion King.
Oh, I don't know.
But they're both great. Chainsaw Man movie. Oh, my bad. The Iron Giant is more must-watch than Iron Man. Roger Rabbit.
Great.
A lot of these films are literally on streaming right now. Either Beauty and the Beast or Lion King is a must-watch. Yeah, see? Disney animation is super mid, to be honest. Is super mid or was super mid? Studio Ghibli over Disney. Well, they teamed up there. They tag teamed. They did authentic representation back then. That was some good. Like, they used their studio and their channels to promote a movie to the West. And Disney worked with Studio Ghibli. That was a great collaboration. They don't do that no more. I was already an adult by the time Spirited Away came out. This is different to me. It is the GOAT Miyazaki. Right. Right on. Let's go to where is it? That Park Place. And they had an article about DEI that I saw that Walt Disney did like a quarter full report, and they didn't mention DEI once in it. They had like a place for DEI, and it's not there anymore. Diversity, equity, and inclusion no longer is part of Disney's. They've dropped it. So here is the article. Copy, paste, share screen. So as I say to stall. Here it is. Disney officially drops DEI programs and shakes up executive team after disappointing quarter 4 stock results. So the angle that the article is going for is being pro-white and not doing diversity, equity, and inclusion is a good strategy. That's what they're trying to say, because that Park Place has a reputation. Huge moves are happening at Disney after the stock dropped more than 7% following a rough Q4 and the beginning of Bob Iger's final year as CEO. Turns out the company Walt's built might actually be dropping diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives substantively rather than projection many anticipated. Here. Walt Disney is making two notable moves in its human capital strategy that together point to a significant reframing of its diversity, equity, and inclusion posture. First, Disney has rebranded a key executive role with Tanisha Agramonte, now listed as a senior vice president and chief opportunity and inclusion officer. Second, the company's recent Securities and Exchange Commission filings omits references to diversity, DEI, or D&I, marking a departure from prior disclosures. Agramonte originally joined Disney in 2022 as the Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Talent Outreach Development. And I'm going to pause just to go see a picture of her. And that is what she looks like, so we all know. Okay. That's what she used to be, the chief of the DEI, and now she's not. According to other, where is it? Here, I just was here. Originally joined Disney in 2022. She was elevated to a senior vice president and chief diversity officer, reporting to senior executive vice president and chief people officer Sonia Coleman. According to Disney's current leadership page, Agramonte now carries the title Senior Vice President and Chief Opportunity and Inclusion Officer with responsibility for opportunity and inclusion strategies. So they renamed it, okay? Same woman in charge with the same values, but she it's like the Department of War is now called the Department of Defense. That's what they did. They're trying to eliminate DEI, so you can't find it if you use Control F, but they're still going to be doing the same things that they've been doing. Is very chicken shit, and the old way wasn't working. Anyways, the old DEI was let's get Yahya Abdul-Mateen to play Wonder Man, not let's launch Blue Marvel or let's do a Blade movie. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't care. But it's worth noticing and talking about how Disney veers away from DEI. While Disney has not publicly issued a detailed rationale for the title change, the new wording, opportunity and inclusion, rather than diversity, equity, and inclusion, aligns with broader corporate trends of reframing DEI language toward opportunity or belonging, culture. The move suggests an evolving focus from explicitly naming diversity or equity to emphasizing access, inclusion, and doing so under the broader lens of opportunity. All I gotta say is, do you have a problem with that? I know I'm reading the work of a racist. SEC filing omissions mark notable shifts. In a separate but related development, the most recent Disney 10K filing omitted any reference to diversity, DEI, D&I, according to the reporting by Fox Business. Yeah, there it is, Fox. This marks the first time since 2019 that such terms have been absent. The company also reportedly dropped mention of two DEI programs, the Reimagine Tomorrow initiative and the Disney Look guidance, the latest filing. They didn't, just because they dropped to mention these programs doesn't mean they don't exist. Doesn't mean there's not internal requirements to hit. Doesn't mean when they do 5 Power Rangers, one of them got to be black. That's still going to happen. According to other, sorry, let me finish that Power Rangers thing. But I bet the Red Ranger, the leader of the Power Rangers, I bet his skin tone's going to be white. Pretty sure that's going to happen. All right. Because it would still be inclusion if you have a black guy being one of the Power Rangers. It would be inclusion. You'd be included. There's 5 of them. But is he the lead? Exactly. Color me surprised if they actually do that. So for the first season of Power Rangers Disney. So according to other reporting, Disney Never mind. You guys get the gist, right? They took it off their website. Some people are celebrating this. Some people's true colors coming out, showing, look, there's no more DEI. Maybe this is a sign for the good things in the future. I'm saying they're going to continue doing what they were doing. They just won't put that on their website. Simple.
Agreed.
The call is not recast.
No.
Two more. We're going to go to Frank Grillo now. Put that up there. Because he's talking Hollywood Reporter. And it says Frank Grillo on fitness and Superman 2 and the psychedelic that changed him. Psychedelic that changed him. Damn, I'm covering the screen. Hollywood Reporter, why do you guys got to be a funny website like that? Keep your words on the left. The thing he said that was interesting to me was what really blew my eyes open, Gorilla ads, was some late life experimentation with psychedelics. I did some mushrooms, microdosing, and some hero's journeys, he explains. But the thing that really changed my outlook in a lasting way was smoking Buffo toad venom. Buffo toad venom. A natural psychedelic derived from the venom of the Colorado River toad. Buffo can... Yeah?
I just said, alrighty.
It contains 5-MeO-DMT, one of the world's most powerful psychoactive compounds, often described as the God molecule for its intense, short-lasting mystical experiences. Listen, I'm not one of those out there California guys, he says, laughing. I'm really not. But this experience lasts about 15 minutes, and you come away from knowing that there isn't really a me and you or an us and a them. We're all connected to everything. All right. That was the first thing that caught my attention. And I thought, like, we're in such a different time when guys can openly talk about their drug use and not be worried about their job. Is that like because James Gunn is chill and you could say this? Would he not say this if his boss was somebody else? So a more suit and tie type guy?
No, I don't think so. I mean, some of the Marvel Disney actors have said some crazy things in interviews and or whatever, but interesting that he's I didn't even know that's something you could do.
Interested?
Episode of You know, I don't know. Did he say he had to drink it? I'm not into drinking. I'm not drinking or eating anything.
He smokes toad venom.
You
toad venom? Really? Toad venom? You just be okay with?
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like dangerous, right? Obviously not. It's like it goes through regulations. I'm assuming. I need to know. I would need to know details, but I'm not shooting it down. It's a 15-minute experience that he says takes you on some psychedelic experience. I would like to have a psychedelic 15-minute experience. Now, I'm not eating mushrooms because I'm not eating or drinking anything. I have a texture issue with stuff like that, so I can't do that. But the ayahuasca thing, I can't do that either because I think that's a shake or a drink or something. But that kind of is what that reminds me of. The toad venom, he said it's a 15. I don't think the ayahuasca thing's a 15-minute journey. I think that's like you might be in there for some hours type of deal with you and whoever. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that. So I'm not saying no to it. It's interesting. I don't know how the toad venom makes you feel as if that's what interests me. The toad venom made you have this psychedelic experience to make you feel as there's no you, me, them. We're all connected.
He said all the pronouns.
All right.
Who is that? Rick Flag. Frank Grillo, man. We know Frank. Frank Grillo. So the part about James Gunn, it says, after Tulsa King, Frank Grillo will head straight into the production for 10 weeks in the UK and Georgia on James Gunn's Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. My character, Rick Flag Sr., is a big part of the sequel story, so I'm excited about it, he says. All right. Everyone read that. Oh, he's a big part of the sequel. They added more to it. And I just think like an actor saying I'm a big part of a movie means nothing. The big parts of the movie are Superman and Lex Luthor. Those two characters are the only ones that you can say are a big part of the movie. I'm sure you ask the lowest actor, she'll say the same thing. Oh, I had a big part in that movie. I'm gonna have a big part in the next one. Same thing with Mr. Terrific. If you ask Eddie Gathegi, actually, I had a big part in the movie. I was the glue guy. Everyone will say that. So Frank Grillo and the debating I've seen on Twitter, maybe it's only my feed, but this guy shouldn't be that big in the movie. This is just an actor saying he's got a big part, okay? Maybe he's got 13 minutes of screen time and he thinks that's big. Maybe.
Man of Tomorrow. Have you
And
seen
Brainiac.
Have you seen the actors that James, I guess, is looking at to portray Brainiac at the moment?
I bet you. No, I haven't seen them. No, who are they?
One of them is the professor. Did you watch? Have you ever seen Young Sheldon?
No, I don't know the professor.
Go to Google, pull up the professor from Young Sheldon. You can literally type in those words.
I'm already doing it, yeah. Young Sheldon cast. Him?
No. That's his dad. Right there.
Inconceivable? This
Wallace Shawn.
Huh. For Brainiac? An 82-year-old? I guess he won't be in the third movie. I don't know, man.
So looking at that and knowing who this actor is, he's been in lots of things. A very distinctive voice. He was in the Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy as one of the spirits. He's in the movie. He almost in the entire movie. Him and the maid are the two. He's the butler spirit. She's the maid's ghost or whatever. But anyway, very distinctive voice.
Yeah.
Very long filmography. But this is again a very James Gunn thing.
Pause.
No. Okay. A very a very impressive filmography.
Pause. Hey,
No.
we got a what now?
You can't. Okay, so he is very good at his
He's
job.
been in many movies?
Sure. He's
All
been a very impressive movie appearances. There you go. I don't like we have to dance around shit to say shit, but this is very James Gunn. It's a very James Gunn thing. This actor.
Yeah, the very James Gunn actor. He's got those.
So we'll see. But I'm not tripping about it like a lot of people are, because High Evolutionary was I thought great. I mean, and he's Brainiac-ish.
Well, we go from a very James Gunn actor to a very Chillmonger actor. ABC, talk to us.
And here I am in my next time. We begin this morning with the Black Panther himself coming back to the big screen, Chadwick Boseman.
They have to stop this.
Documentary from Words and Pictures, which is the production studio behind Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, and The Kingdom, which is that new docuseries about the Kansas City Chiefs. The studio will tell the story of Chadwick Boseman, who of course played iconic roles like Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and Thurgood Marshall, as well as the title character in the Black Panther before passing away in 2020 following a private cancer battle. No word yet on when the project will be released, but fans are thrilled that their real-life hero is getting the tribute he deserves.
Oh, he really does deserve it.
And that studio is making such cool work right now,
Yeah.
so it'll be really exciting to see this when it comes out. All right, turning now to a redemption arc.
Nope, we're not turning to nothing. we turning to the Hollywood Walk of Fame now for their website because they said that Hollywood Chamber of Commerce to honor actor Chadwick Boseman with a posthumous he died after star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Actor Chad Boseman will be honored posthumously with the 2,828th star on the Walk of Fame. To be honest with you guys, if there's like 2,000 of them, it's kind of less special, you know. I
Yeah, I
want
was
to be
gonna say putting that number in there. They didn't need to do that.
I want to know that there's only been 300 of them, and you're one of them. 2,000. Whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, he validates it because how could it not have Chadwick Boseman? If there's 2,000 people, none of them are Chad. Yeah, they need this more than he needs the Walk of Fame. So that's a good little honor. I hope Derek Boseman is there. Wait, it says Simone. Actually, I'm skimming through. It says Boseman will receive this posthumous star in the category of motion pictures, joining MC Steve Nesson, our speakers Ryan Coogler, Viola Davis, and accepting on behalf of Chadwick, his wife Simone Ledward Boseman. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administrators the legendary Walk of Fame for the city of Los Angeles has proudly hosted the never mind about our honoree. It's a whole lot of verbiage. I don't want to read everything here.
I wonder if she'll remarry ever.
Oh, that's a hard question to. I feel like we're doing what Patrick Beverly did with Klay Thompson. We shouldn't do that.
That's just a question. I'm not sexualizing her or anything. I'm just asking. I wonder if she'll ever remarry.
Okay, let's not do Simone. Let's just talk about women in general. I'm very okay with partners moving on after like one dies. I'm very okay with it. If you do it the next week, I'm gonna have a problem there. But I'm okay with people moving on. Erica Kirk. Who does she move on to?
JD Vance. Not even JD Vance. I'm not fueling that, but I'm saying that she was so ready to host his podcast the next day. Hey guys, stepping in for Charlie. Can't be here today.
So it says the date here when it's going to happen on Thursday, November 20th at 11:30 in the morning Pacific time, which means on Pantheon we'll be talking about all of the interviews that Ryan Coogler will do that day. See if someone asks him a recast T'Challa question. Would you go if you had an invitation? Let's say they were going to pay for the flight, pay for the hotel, come through. You still don't get.
I would go.
You still don't. You're losing out on your money because you're gonna DoorDash that day. But I would go. I would like to go.
I would go. He's definitely, I hope, getting asked a recast question. I mean, it's the nature of this event. It's a very hot question right now involving the Black Panther and that franchise. So somebody might have the gusto to ask him at one of these little events.
If he's doing interviews, though, I also don't know that he'll be in front of cameras and everything. Like, he'll be in front of a camera. He will. Excuse me. He'll be in front of a camera. Will he be taking those questions from all these LA-based content creators that we know and we love?
Maybe not.
But where's Jessica Clemens?
Well, she doesn't even want it, so.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, it'd be interesting. But this is good for Chad. I wonder if anyone from Marvel will be there outside of Coogler, or is that their representation that they're sending?
Maybe Viola Davis will get her Marvel role there. She can network.
Probably. She's like, hey, Ryan, put in a word. She's definitely been trying. So, what do you think her greatest role is?
I loved her in Woman King, but her greatest role, I didn't watch How to Get Away with Murder. I saw some scene, and she was good there. No, wrong movie, wrong thing. What's the one that she was talking to Kerry Washington in?
That's How to Get Away with Murder. That they crossed over. Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder crossed over in an episode or two.
Okay, well, I didn't watch either of those two shows, but yeah, that role, she's great there.
I was going to say, I think Annalise Keating, How to Get Away with Murder, that is her, because I watched the show, loved the show, have rewatched it over and over and over. That is her, I think, her greatest role. She is phenomenal in that fucking show. Phenomenal. When you have time, you should look up the scene of her in the courtroom. Just look up Senator Trucco, How to Get Away with Murder court scene. She is goosebump phenomenal in that scene. Oh my gosh. It's insane.
Where's it streaming on?
Amazon Prime right now. It was on Netflix. It might be on Netflix in Canada. They took it off here.
Okay.
But it was on Netflix. But Amazon Prime. Great scene.
Oh, back to Chadwick Boseman. So yeah, he's got a whole lot of roles. They're gonna honor him for all of them. It's gonna be about him and his movie with Viola Davis, and other things like. I kind of want no mentions of T'Challa because I always want to separate the two. Like Chadwick Boseman's an actor, T'Challa's a character, so I'm worried that maybe this does more because Ryan Coogler's there to attach Chad and T'Challa. You know, the old Lupita Nyong'o strategy where she attaches the two every chance they get. So we'll see. We'll see what Ryan Coogler's at.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I've just noticed certain things from content creators using the word soft launch when they talked about Damson Idris appearing and he's going to be T'Challa. They all said soft launch, and I'm like, did they get a memo? Like, it's so weird to hear them all use that lingo. So, yeah, that's not even a complete thought. I shouldn't have said that. I should have thought that through and done a video on it. But I basically have a theory that was intentional. Like the Access Media folks that we all know who make videos and stuff, all saying it's the soft launch specifically, is like they were probably told that. I heard Soup say it. I heard them all of them, literally everyone.
That's because they're just using trigger words to get the clicks and the views on people. Because like I said, everything Emergency Awesome says in his video is some shit he made up on the fly. Especially when he goes into there's so many important Marvel actors and actresses here, while naming the Golden Queen lady from Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's like, what are you? And he was like, this was so very clearly, and you can see it right here as Queen Ramonda, Angela Bassett is holding possibly future T'Challa's hand at this Marvel fashion show event. And I'm like, oh my god, it's bro, it's so annoying, so annoying.
How did I disappear like that? That's crazy. I should have not have disappeared.
It's your shirt.
It's a green screen, not a black screen.
Oh.
Okay. Surprise. Let's read some of these chats. Fences is hardcore. The Help makes me cry. Was Viola Davis in that?
She is. She is in The Help.
She's still playing Waller. Oh, that's another great role. Like she had 2 times that she played that role. Killed it both times, right?
Yeah, she did. She was great as well.
And she was in Peacemaker season 1. Y'all ain't watched Vision season 3 yet? Did you watch Star Wars Visions?
Absolutely not.
Hey, Perp, you're powerful. You're influential. Perp, which episode of Star Wars Vision season 3 do I need to watch? Which 10-minute inconsequential short do I need to watch? I'll watch it. Let me know. Recast T'Challa gatekeeping is not what Chad wanted. Great message. Chad did not play and elevate the character of Toussaint. Another great message. That's how you do recast T'Challa, everybody. You mentioned it to child because that's the biggest threat. People laughing. I don't know what they're laughing at, but I'm sure it was funny. Let's do another super that.
Well, we're moving on now to the east side.
You know what I should have played though? Pretend I didn't play that because pretend when we were talking Sydney Sweeney, I played this one. What's up? Hey.
Was that the bad Catch Me Outside girl?
No, that's Cat's Eye.
Who the fuck is Cat's Eye?
They did the Gap jeans commercial right after the Sydney Sweeney jeans commercial Levi's. They're a girl group. They have songs.
No idea.
Maybe you heard them, but you didn't really know who they are.
Maybe.
Yeah. But you didn't see the jeans ad rebuttal? No? You didn't see that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I did not.
Battery says, as a Muslim, how do you feel about PBD, total bigot? All right. I don't like to involve my religion in my film criticism and entertainment. But like if we were watching Ms. Marvel or Kamala Khan had a scene in something, I would say, hey, in Islam, this isn't, I would say that. But now you're asking me about PBD. You know what that is?
Do I?
Patrick Bet David. I think this guy is an Iranian like podcaster kind of guy. I have a low opinion on him.
Oh no, I was nothing. Forget what I was even gonna say.
I don't watch him enough to know if he's a bigot or not, but I like him from the things that I've seen of him.
No idea. If he's one of the MAGA people, I have no idea. I only know the only MAGA people I know are the people that just happen to come on my feed, like Nick Fuentes when he says some outlandish shit and it gets clipped, or like Megyn Kelly's like, oh, they weren't, it's not like they were 8, they were 15. That clip. I don't watch these people. I just happen to see their outlandish views because people clip them. So whoever this, if he is a maggot, I have no clue.
From Iran, born into a Christian family of Assyrian and Armenian descent. So I don't know what being Muslim has to do with this. Battery? Let me know the Muslim angle you want me to take, and maybe I'll have an answer for you. But no, I don't like the guy. But thanks for the dono. Appreciate you. Damson Idris is going to be grown up Toussaint, sad to say. No, he won't. Damson will be T'Challa. What did Tina keep telling us? He came to the meeting. He sat down with the Russos. He said, where's Coogler? Because he wants to be the long-term, more than just one movie variant character. He wants to be there for T'Challa. I think he's seen my tweets and DMs. I DM'd him one time still. One little time I DM'd him. I said, yeah, you're not taking the T'Child role respect. I said something like that. I'd show you, but I'm too embarrassed to. But I talked to a celebrity who may or may not be reading my thing. When you send a request like that, the person can see it, but he won't let you know that he's seen it. It'll still be like, do you accept, do you reject? I think he read it. I think.
Yeah. If you send enough, they can see it.
All of them, but the Black episode 8 is incredible. I'm not watching one of them. You give me one Star Wars Visions that I need to watch. I ain't realized that the green screen is working now. Yup. 83 of my faves. Yes, from Princess Bride. Oh, we're talking about my boy? Inconceivable! The 82-year-old, yes. Doing a stream while the Time Is Now tournament is going on is certainly a choice. The Time Is Now is something John Cena related, and Darius has no idea.
I was gonna say, what is the Time Is Now tournament? Is this like
John
something
Cena's
out of
theme
fucking
music.
Harry Potter?
His theme music says, "Your time is up, my time is now." So the tournament to who is going to be his final opponent is called the My Time Is Now tournament. And I actually am invested in seeing Javon Evans, 21-year-old phenom, jumps high, does all the skills, tricks, the top rope. He's so disinterested. He has no interest in this.
No.
Okay, I want a black wrestler to succeed and be the guy who retires Cena. That's what I want. Black wrestling?
Sure, yeah, black wrestlers.
Do you know Jade Cargill just won the championship and she's champ now?
That's some fun stuff.
Okay. We'll get him one of these days. See, we got to wait for the Royal Rumble or something that he'd be interested in. You know, every 60 seconds, a new guy comes into the ring and it's a mystery of who it is. That's a fun concept.
I don't know how many times I've told y'all. It's not as if I wasn't around it as a child.
What are you more likely to watch? Anime, the people who talk to themselves as they assess the fight, or a wrestling match?
I would sit down and watch anime before I watched wrestling.
Darius is ready to go. Maybe he is. Do you have anything you want to touch on? I think you just DM'd me something. What was it? Zootopia.
Yeah, there was a Zootopia clip.
Let's find it. Play it. Yeah. Before I play it though, did you get back to me? Because you donated battery. You said something about Muslim. PBD said Islam is invading America like they did to England. Oh, that's just like fear mongering stuff. He calls Mamdani a jihadist. Yeah, the New York mayor. All right. Well, I disagree. I don't know what to tell you. But like, okay, in 2001, maybe me and you were too young a battery, but there was a nerve was struck, or a core memory or a core feeling of fear was triggered for them. For maybe our older folks, right? The ones who are still alive right now. And that is like making them hate Zoran Mamdani and not want to vote for him and stuff.
Are you talking about 9/11?
After 9/11, 2001, yeah, 9/11. So, I don't know. The younger generation didn't have that. They didn't have the memory of turning on the news every night and being afraid of this guy with a beard and all this. Like, the younger generation asks questions.
True. That's true. Yeah, I was in second grade when that happened. They sent us home, and we were in Oklahoma. They sent us home for the day. I remember walking in. My mom had the news on. And then I remember just the news. I remember being young, but I remember the news always being on, of course, during that time. I remember the news just hammering away at the fact that, you know, I mean, it was a huge topic. Muslims, that was the thing. Muslims.
Airplanes.
Yes, Muslims killing Americans. Quote unquote Muslims killing Americans. Just a whole bunch of. Yeah, I remember that time.
So if that's what you mean, battery, yeah, thumbs down on PBD. Let's go to the Zootopia before we let you guys go.
Zootopia.
Stop! Please, you don't have to hurt him.
Hurt him? Snakes never hurt anyone. We aren't the bad guys. They are. And this journal holds the secret that will prove it. I have to prove it. Please. This is our only chance to set things right. And when I do, my family will finally be able to come home.
Oh, no! I am here. Pops and Wild. Dream team. We got him.
I love Jason Bateman. I'm very interested in the storyline here of what they've got going on with the snake and why snakes are the bad guys outlawed and ... Snakes are definitely bad. I hate snakes, so I hate snakes. There's nothing, I don't care. There's people that's like, oh, that's a little grass. I don't give a fuck. Cut its head off. I hate snakes.
You said cut its head off right when it got hit with the frying pan. This movie is all about profiling. Someone convinced me that on TikTok.
I knew you were.
Yes, I am, because that's the twist of this movie. Hey, all the advertising, oh, I'm a snake, treat me like I'm human. It's about my family. And then who's the villain then? Who's the villain in this movie? That's the twist.
The villain is the hooded figure.
You'll see. The hooded figure, he'll be a villain, but that snake is the villain.
That's fine with me. Cut its head off.
It's a marketing tactic. Now I got you to look at it. Another generic Pixar movie that will probably make a billy.
Hey, you get off Zootopia. Zootopia 1 was fantastic.
So the snake is mentally ill. Darius, you're not Team Slytherin?
No, I hate snakes. I don't go in the snake aquarium at the zoo. I hate snakes. No, I hate them.
Is there a single snake that you would like?
No.
I probably could find one. Like a friendly, jolly snake. Is there one on Winnie the Pooh?
There's nothing jolly about snakes.
Are there no good guy snakes in our fiction?
They're not the good guys.
This would be a first for Zootopia if there's no twist. But if they just made a good guy snake, that would be a first.
There's even that story of the lady that ran over the snake. She picked it up because she felt bad, rehabilitated it, she fed it, all that kind of stuff. And then at the end of its rehabilitation, it bit her, and she's like, "Oh my God, why did?" It's more of a moral of the story type of deal. But it's like she's like, "Oh my God, I fed you and why'd you bite me?" He's like, "Because you knew I was a snake before you picked me up. See ya."
But it's like a fairy tale.
Yeah, it's like a moral story tale. But still, snakes are snakes.
Yeah, it's gonna toxically venom you. But in China, it's one of the zodiac, isn't it? The year of the snake, isn't it?
It's the year of the snake this year or something like that.
So that culture probably has a positive snake role model figure in their fiction.
Yeah, that's fine. But if we step out of fiction and step into the real world, I know there are people with pet snakes, and I know there are people that, sit with their snakes while they watch TV and stuff. That shit's weird to me. But in real life, no. I've seen videos of them attack, that one video of that big ass yellow one on the trampoline. Then that bunny hops by, and it's terrible. Terrible. Cut their heads off.
Does the name Orochimaru sound like a good snake?
No, it sounds like a manga writer.
Yeah, it's from the Naruto manga. What about Mitsuki, his son?
What?
Mitsuki.
No, that sounds like some shit they get at Tashami Ramen or something down the street. I don't know. No.
Sorry, Perp. We tried to get him.
No snakes are good.
He's a fourth great ninja war hero.
Have you seen... Never mind. That would be never mind. No snakes are good. I don't like snakes. We had them terribly bad in our the house I grew up in. Not in the house, but the neighborhood. There was a big, I guess pond, is what that was. Pond in the neighborhood. So those snakes would always come from the pond and be in people's backyards and stuff. I don't know, one time me and Henry, there's several times there were snakes in our backyard, but there was a time me and Henry were playing in the backyard with whatever the fuck we were doing. And I remember him saying, "Darius, watch out." Because I was laying on the tarp, and above me, the snake had popped his head out. Because I guess I disturbed. Yeah. And he was like, "Darius, watch out!" And I had to jump off the tarp. Then my mom had to come out there with my sister's father, and he killed killed it.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate snakes. I hate them.
I know what your least favorite Nicki Minaj song is.
Actually, I hate that song.
You don't want none. That would be that. I'm out. Thank you for coming. Like, comment, subscribe. I got a wrestling match to watch. See if Javon Evans can pull it off and beat Gunther.
Gunther?
Yeah, he's from Austria.
That just sounds like a movie villain. Gunther.
Yeah, his real name is Walter.
Walter Gunther.
If you had a wrestle, if you were going to wrestle, I would never have a fake name like that. Like, if I'm Walter, call me Walter. I'm Walter. You know, you can pronounce it with the W or the V, whatever. But don't give me a name like
I'd
Gunther.
be Detroit. My wrestler name would be Detroit. Detroit's my name anytime I go anywhere. Like when they ask,
I like it.
We have an order. Do you have a name for this order? Yeah, Detroit.
That sounds awesome, though. Like, Detroit is a place, you know, maybe you represent that. Like, Detroit, great. Or The Rock. But don't give me a fake real name, you know? Javon Evans, his real name is like Malachi something. Why are you wrestling under the moniker Javon Evans, you know? Okay. Sorry.
Why did they cancel what's his name in Logan Paul's fight?
What? Jake Paul?
The light-skinned boy, the light-skinned wrestler that was arrested for didn't he hit his girlfriend or something?
A Logan Paul fight?
Jake Paul, the younger
Jake
one.
Paul boxing match
On Netflix.
Yeah, this is news to me. I don't know who that is.
The light-skinned nigga with the baby dreads.
Carmelo Hayes?
No. Gervonta something. Davis.
Oh, Tank.
Why'd they cancel his fight? Because people are realizing it was fake.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
No. Yeah, see, I want to see Jake Paul get knocked out, but I want to see him get knocked out for real, not with some fake ass shit that he's paying for. Like, I want to see it. If I watch boxing, because I would watch boxing if it was like a real boxing match.
And by now, we all have an inkling that the fights are not real. They have a determined outcome. Jake Paul is supposed to win. Go to 10 rounds or something like that. So yeah. I don't know. Putting it on Netflix is great though, because we all already have Netflix. It's free, basically.
If they can just fix that buffering issue, like with the Mike Tyson fight, because I only saw about maybe 3 minutes of that fight. The rest I had to catch from clips online.
Yeah.
Every time it buffered, they were in a different part of the ring. I was like, damn, I missed a lot. Shit. Okay, but I'll let Chill go watch what is it? John Cena's greatest hits.
It's called Friday Night SmackDown. Thank you very much.
They still do Friday Night SmackDown.
Why wouldn't they? It's a weekly episodic show.
Hey, bro, I don't know. That should be on as one of the longest running programs ever, because
it's only behind Monday Night Raw.
That shit's been going on forever. Friday Night SmackDown. So y'all tried to ask me, did I know about whatever Rumble Rowdown or whatever? And I was like, I have no clue what that is. Friday Night SmackDown. I know what that is.
Every Friday night, you were watching Booker T and Rey Mysterio do it, right?
No, I wasn't watching them do shit, but I know my cousins were into that stuff heavy.
Dave Bautista, Undertaker. These were guys we grew up on, right?
I know The Undertaker just because of the whole get up. I did know Dave Bautista was until
Guardians.
So, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, we're trying to be back. Chill's schedule is, I'm assuming, good now. My schedule is still, unfortunately, the same. I'm trying. There's a house I looked at today I'm debating it. I might not do it though. Only reason it's bigger. It's what I'm looking for is more size, and this house is
Hey,
fine.
yo.
God, Jesus Christ, you're so annoying. What I'm looking for is a bigger house to dwell in. Is Jesus? We have to use all these words. So I'm looking for a bigger house to dwell, a bigger domicile that I can live in and dwell in and eat and pray and bathe and all those things in.
Okay.
However, the space I'm in now, it's fine. The space I'm in now is a little over 14. I'm looking one of the houses I looked at was 1,900 square feet. Nice house. Except it's not where I want it to be. It's not in Norman. I needed to be in Norman, and this house that I looked at today, good size square footage again, except the square footage comes in on the living room, like the living room area, the front rooms, the master bedroom. Those are all really big rooms. I'm more so looking at my studio because I have so many collectibles and things like that. I don't want my studio to be small. So I'm still looking. I'm trying to be patient with it, but at the same time, I'm trying to hurry because I'm driving. I'm making 4 trips a day. I'm in the morning leaving here to get to Norman. Then I'm coming back around whatever time we normally do the show. Then I'm leaving again to go clean. Then I'm coming back to come sleep. And that is my Monday through fucking Friday. So I can't do this anymore, and I'm hitting traffic every day too. And you guys think I crash out here when me and Chill's conversations? You should see my road rage. So I'm not good at. I need it to stop. I need it to end.
That's why you don't join us in the car anymore.
Yeah, no, y'all would. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But yeah,
like we need to really recast T'Challa. What the? Is that Nate Moore? What?
Yeah. So,
But yes, Nate Moore's on Survivor still. He survived. He's still there week to week. I think he's gonna take it all the way.
Well, he'll bring some of that surviving knowledge into the Shadows of Wakanda production. Yeah. Well, when I was on Survivor,
we hated this animal. Put them in Wakanda.
I thought to myself, what would Chadwick do? So no, but anyway, yeah, no. So we're trying to get back with the schedule, but we should be back with giving more consistency on the show than what has been as of late. So, but anyway, anything else, Joe?
No. Love you guys, but not that much because I will prioritize my real life before you, and which is why I haven't been streaming that much. But love you anyways.
Stamina said, "Have you considered your carbon footprint?" You're talking about my internet? What's going to be left of me on the internet? How people will... Are you talking about that footprint? I've thought about it. So far, I'm happy with it. So far, there's nothing that I'm like, ugh, I don't want them to see that.
Now, what's in those Snapchat memories, bro? I don't know. We're on to something. That carbon footprint, bro.
Release the snap memories.
Every politician's erasing all of their tweets from 10 years ago and stuff like, especially the young people. Young people have tweets from 2008 that they don't want to resurface.
The internet doesn't forget. Listen, the only thing only reason I would not want something to resurface would be out of pure embarrassment, not because of embarrassment of like, oh wow, he did something crazy. My Facebook gives you your memories every day of what you said. Some of the things I said in high school on my Facebook statuses, I would punch that kid. I'd punch that person. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. You're so annoying. Like that's the stuff that's cringy. It's cringy for me. That's the only thing I wouldn't want surface. Like, damn, you were really a weirdo.
You really liked Kobe.
Yeah, stuff like that. So
carbon footprint, how much fuel you use with all that driving, not your digital footprint.
Oh, how much fuel I use? It's quite a bit.
Because you dash.
Yeah, on top of that, I am dashing too. So it's fucking. But see, like Dash sometimes, like today, this morning, for whatever fucking reason, Friday was very slow. I have a set amount I try to make every day. It was really slow this morning. But see, if I lived in Norman, I could have just went home. I could have just went home and been like, hey, I can do something more productive. I can mow my yard. I can do something else. I can work out and do something until dinner, which right now in Norman, it's telling me. It's like DoorDash is telling me right now, hey, if you dash right now, it's $3 extra per order. But that's in Norman. I'm not in Norman. So yeah, it's annoying.
Yo, bottom line, you guys need to make us content creators who just like can make and live off of sitting down for 2 hours. I want to be the position Josh is at right now. Josh told Star Wars Theory, if it's not 500, it's not even worth my time.
Wow, I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, that's, hey, you know what? You know, if you know your worth, you know your worth. I'm not even mad at Josh for telling Theory he needs.
I have the same opinion.
I'm not even mad at him for telling him, you know, hey, I'm worth 5. I mean, you got to understand, Josh has a wife. He's got 2 kids. He does his own show Monday through Friday. He is on top of doing his own live show Monday through Friday. He's putting out individual, you know, edited videos on top. He has editors, but he's putting those videos out. He's recording those videos. He's putting that work in. Yeah, brother, if I'm leaving my wife and my child to come do another evening show with you for about 3 to 4 hours, my worth, and I tell you my worth is $500, they're making over that in the super chats. That's why Josh said that.
But that's what my boy said they're not making. Star Wars Theory said we cut it 50-50. And some of those weeks we weren't making the $500. So
man, so yeah, okay, but also okay. Cool. So some of those weeks they don't make it. At least the shows that I used to watch Star Wars Theory, they would spend hour or to 2 hours after they're done with whatever their topics were for Star Wars, just and to the point where they would have to turn the shit off because they're like, hey guys, we want to go to bed. So it's like, so even if they're not, Theory is still. I don't want to presume to know Theory and Josh's wallets, but I would think, judging from the extracurricular things that Theory does outside of YouTube, he's banking.
Yeah.
So he could. I mean, I'm not going to speak for another man and his money though, but I'm just saying, hey, you know your worth. Put that shit down. 500.
So Josh from Den of Nerds and Neotus from Star Wars Theory, those 2 guys used to stream weekly called Nerd Theory. And they stopped it maybe 2 years ago. They restarted it now, which is a very down time for Star Wars. And there wasn't as many super chat money. Now, Josh says, I only want to work and do this stream or dedicate my time for, I think it was $500. Was it 300 or 500? 500? All right. I need it for 500. He's entitled to ask for that. Now, Theory, his response is, and they both talked about it on their different streams. And they said, I will not split more money with you than I get on myself. You know, now you can make the Josh Den of Nerds clips channel. You can clip all of our stuff and you can have the money from there. But when it comes to the super chat donations, 50% goes to me, 50% goes to you. And if we don't reach that 500, so be it, you know? And I respect Theory's response too.
Yeah,
I actually respect both.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's just like, and then the true reality is that Star Wars just isn't at a place where Nerd Theory should happen on a weekly basis. One day it will, and I hope that they didn't burn a bridge and they can work together again, because I'll actually start watching, because I wasn't watching this latest run. The latest 4 weeks I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, see, the old ones you're talking about, yeah, they had to like stop donations because of how much money they were making. So that's it. That's my story. We got the same kind of opinion on that one, right? It's just a matter of Star Wars is not hot. Money is not flowing. It's not worth doing the show.
And I think they were. I think, you know, despite what Josh has said, if you look at, I mean, I couldn't tell you which live stream to click on, but in Josh's old live streams and things like that, when they stopped doing Nerd Theory, when someone would bring Theory up, the verbiage that Josh would use around Theory was not like they ended on good terms. So I think the first time they didn't end on good terms, I think they came back to one another, and it just didn't work again this time.
It's very reality TV. Who are they friends? Or are they not? I hope maybe like this breakup was like a make sure that it feels like this drama, so that when we rekindle, it'll be a bigger deal. Maybe.
But you know, they did meet in person.
Yeah.
They did meet in person. For the theories or theory sabers or whatever.
Yeah, he did a convention in Cleveland, right?
Yeah. So he was just in Houston, or he was just in Texas. I know that. Theory's all over. Theory's banking. I mean, he is banking. He's making better. He's giving you a better quality lightsaber than you can get from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney for $400.
Oh,
yeah. So
not to get religious, but does anyone know why Lucifer possessed a flying snake that told Eve to eat the fruit from the tree of good and evil? Does anyone? Please tell me. Where's that Vader episode 2 theory? LOL. Just like Dr. Umar, and that's cool. He said that he paid somebody to do it. They were bad, and he had to restart it. That's what he said.
Yeah, man, that was some years ago when that first episode came out. It was like, what, 30 seconds? And then this one, long time
I
away.
hope the next thing he produces is his own IP and not something like he can't even profit off of, right? So, anyways. And then I hope that Unity...
I was just about to say, where's Josh's Unity?
He had a problem with the artist, I think.
I thought he said a lot of that intro. Remember that intro video he gave, that like tease video where it was like that dude's voice? I remember him doing the live. He's like, you guys, a lot of you are going to get mad. Please don't. He's like, it's okay if you do. But I think he said like 80% or something of that was AI. So
yeah, he's an AI fan.
Yeah. So is he using an artist, or is
he said it's gonna be? He said it's human made. Everything Unity will be human made, but the next thing he does, he can't make that promise. I watched him yesterday say it. I also watched him yesterday say something nice about I want T'Challa, not T'Child.
Really? I haven't watched him in a few days. What did he say about T'Child and T'Challa?
I'll show you. It was on my Twitter.
Damn, that clip just been on loop.
Yeah. This one.
He is an incredible actor. He would be a great Black Panther. Of course, my only concern is I want him to be T'Challa. I want him to actually be T'Challa, right?
I hate the way he says T'Challa.
And not like the child. But it is what it is. He is an incredible actor.
Yeah, he says T'Challa.
T'Challa. You know, sometimes when I'm like messing with my dog, I call him that. I'm like, T'Challa. T'Challa, come here, T'Challa. Yeah, I hate that. I hate the
You know what I hate? When they say Naruto instead of Naruto.
I've heard that. See, even yeah, I was about to say, even do more research. Why is he saying T'Challa? Like
T'Challa.
T'Challa. I am Prince T'Challa.
We need 6 vowels because the
Son
letter
of King T'Challa.
T'Challa? T'Challa. Damson Idris.
You said we need 6 vowels. Why?
Oh, just A. The letter A. You can go with the ah, or you can go with the You know?
Yeah. I don't. In this case, it ain't ah. It ain't T'Challa.
T'Challa.
I don't like that.
And they say enough times in the movie.
They do. They say T'Challa.
He's at the waterfall. T'Challa.
I don't know why that shit is funny.
Oh, that was great. I feel like it's part of the song now. It's like when I hear "Ba Da Ba Ba Ba," I'm loving it. Yeah, all they need to do is play the musical notes, and I'm like, "Yep, I know the words."
That's funny.
He's not
Yeah.
the
Over the
only
past year or
content
so, we've
creator.
been
This
what
guy.
did Warren say?
over the past year or so, we've been hearing reports that Marvel Studios has actually kind of changed their mind, and they are indeed going to recast T'Challa. And after a pretty big movement came out when they decided not to recast T'Challa, a actual recast T'Challa movement, when that came out, I think Marvel Studios heard them and they realized how important he is as an actual character. So we know he's coming back, especially with all the reports that we've heard. It'd honestly be pretty foolish not to bring him back. Over the past year or so,
You catch that? They'd be pretty foolish not to bring him back.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's like we talk about every time. I say every time we talk about this, it's great. It's so great, and I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm glad that I just wish big channels like Cosmic Circus would have said words like that in 2020. It'd be foolish because you were big in Cosmic Wonder was big in 2020. You had the platform to say words like that then, but you didn't. So it's just, again, I'm not gatekeeping. I'm glad everybody's caught up. I just wish that you would have used that platform to use that verbiage then instead of now.
Yeah. Should I play the next ones? This Chris Carr and E-Man.
Yeah. Question: Did her and John fall out? Why is she with Christian?
I don't know.
Ray hasn't been with John either.
But I like that no one's throwing mud if there is a problem. Maybe she'll be back next week. I don't know.
I don't know. She got a whole fucking logo over here and everything. But yeah, you can play her. You can play her.
Because I don't want to do some weird Thundercats Lion-O technology. He's aged up, but has he mentally aged up, or is he still a child who's missed out on his childhood? Like that's
Great reference.
That's messy.
Yeah, that was really good.
I think that makes more sense. And then we have a T'Challa too. Even though it's a variant T'Challa, we still have T'Challa in the mantle, and I think that's important because I don't.
The other voices you heard were Winston A. Marshall and Christian Harloff because they're pro recast.
Why can't we do that with Chadwick? Why can't somebody else be T'Challa, not Junior, not Toussaint, not whatever, be T'Challa, and then we can have the same fun conversation that we've always had and been like, man, I know Sean Connery was a dope James Bond, but man, why can't we do
that? Why can't we do that with T'Challa? Not Junior, not Toussaint.
Yeah. I mean, man. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, maybe who's to say? I mean, you know what I think. I'm the realist type. I need to see it and hear it from these people. But who's to say if now that you've got Cosmic Wonders and Den of Nerds and Christian Harloff and these other people that have these bigger platforms to speak on these things, now that maybe you've got them saying, hey, it'd be foolish for them to not recast. It'd be, you're taking work from another black actor. All the talking points we made 5 years ago. If they are making these talking points now, then maybe I don't know, when Kugler's doing press for the next thing or they get interviewed, the interviewer might ask, hey, did you see some of these YouTube channels that are big or however they want to word it or whatever are calling for a recast on T'Challa. What do you think about that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but great, fantastic. Christian has however many people watching him. The rest have however many people watching them.
And they all rejected or said they didn't want the T'Child. They advocated for actual T'Challa. That's what that. Yes, it's working. Everyone, don't feel like, bro, we're talking to dead air. No. You are influencing other influential people.
Yeah, it could happen. They could do it. They could. Now, again, you guys know I'm not gonna sour that with my thoughts, but it could happen.
Yeah, you better not sour it. We're leaving on a positive note today. Keep talking about recast and keep mentioning how The child experiment will not work and you won't pay for it. Toussaint is not T'Challa. All right. I'm out. I'm going to go watch wrestling. What are you going to watch? Planet Fanatics?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm about to go get me. I shouldn't because I need to trying to get back into my workouts and things like that. But again, with my schedule, it's so fucking difficult. But I'm trying to wean myself off of these cherry Fanta ices, but I'm about to go get one. I'm about to go get an extra large cherry Fanta icy, snuggle with my cats if I don't go make some money to go buy some figures tomorrow. So that's my, and I'm gonna mow in the morning. That's my exciting thing that I'm doing, and nothing more tonight.
Well, thank you for being a
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, yeah. Travel down the road and back again. Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everything, the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.